Starting right now, starting. Oh, it's broadcasting now. We live.
All right.
Buck Nation.
Buck Nation.
Buck Nation, what's going on?
You see it, triple threat, baby.
Yes, sir.
This the first video, Buck Nation diehards. You know, we got 3 guys from the group off of Facebook. We put together this Google Hangout video for you, all you Buck Nation fans. We're gonna do an introduction. So we're gonna start out with who wanna go first?
You're already talking, boss, man. Do it yourself. You started the page, man.
Go ahead, man.
Well, my name is Isaiah Moses. I'm born and raised from Tampa, Florida. 20 years. Everything about the Bucs I've been following since I was a little kid. So I mean, I'm in New Orleans now, and the Saints world all day. So that's my introduction. Next.
All right, look. By now, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people on the page know me.
Yes, sir.
I've been talking this shit and speaking the truth since week 1 when I roasted in the sun watching Mariota torch this damn defense, man. But for those that don't know me, my name is Travis Johnson, born and raised and still living in Orlando, Florida. And I'm a Bucs fan, not only because of their home team, but believe it or not, my father played in the 70s for 1 year, and he was on the staff when they beat the Saints the first time ever. He's actually on the highlight returning that interception and then dropping that spike ball. I tease him every day for it, man. But check this out. I keep it real. You're going to hate me or love me for it. I'm still going to do my shit and talk my shit. So you're going to live with it or move on, but you're still going to watch these videos. I'm done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Just in case y'all don't recognize me, let me get my pills up. It's me. It's me. It's me, the boy, Rod Smith. You know, I like to talk shit every week. Whether we do good or bad, I just like to do it just because. I wasn't born in Florida, but I've always been a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I don't know what really drew me to them. I just knew that was the team that I needed to be with. So I've been a fan for over 20 years now, and I'm living here in Huntsville, Alabama. So unfortunately, we don't talk pro football here. I got to listen to this goddamn Roll Tide every fucking week.
Roll Tide.
My wife over there is a huge Roll Tide fan, and I can't wait to crown Clemson the damn champions on Monday. So,
about that.
But yeah,
man, I hate Clemson. I don't know how to feel about that, but okay.
No, man, I normally hate Clemson, but when you have to hear when you hear, "Hey, good morning, how are you?" Roll Tide. That Roll Tide is not a fucking answer, and that's what my problem is.
Not a bird. Not a bird.
And I didn't forget how Nick Saban just left the Dolphins that one season.
Oh yeah, he got salty. He got salty. He was salty.
Yeah, so
he couldn't handle it.
No, he couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle it. Then he got to teach boys.
No, yeah, exactly.
With that being said, with our intros, we're gonna go jump right into the fire, folks. We're gonna jump right into the hot topic.
Oh yeah.
Lovie Smith fired last night at around about 10 o'clock. Phone call at his house. Now, what y'all think about that?
Man.
Phone call.
Man.
We're gonna get into details on this, man. So by now, most of y'all seen the press conference, and this is actually Rod's update on it. So Isaiah, I know you saw it, so you heard what Jason said. But before we get into it, what's the first thing you noticed that was wrong with that press conference? And I'm gonna see if you see where I'm coming from.
Well, when I looked at the press conference, I looked at him. He couldn't even look at the press. Pay attention to his body language. I read body language.
Me too.
He couldn't even look at the press directly. It was all face down. He was trying to beat around the bushes and all the questions they was asking him. Like, he never answered the question straight up. It was always a politically correct answer. And then how he kept referring to Lovie, let's keep it about Lovie. He's a great man, and he was making progress, but you fired him. That doesn't add up to me. To me, I don't look at it as face value. I look at it deeper than what everybody's seeing. Something ain't right between them two. He can fool everybody else, but he ain't fooling me. Remember now, Lovey was the final end-all be-all with the roster. Jason Licht just got the players. He drafted. People don't know that Lovey had control of the 53-man roster. So when I was looking at the press conference, it was a power struggle, folks. A power struggle, a principle, a philosophy difference. Jason Licht came from a winning organization, Arizona, Philly, New England. He don't like losing. And he made a point, he stated it a couple times. 3 home game wins in the last 2 years. Now, mind you, folks, that's 8 home games a year. That's 3 and fucking 13. I mean, come on, 3 home games out of 16. 8 and 24. You know, he was trying to maneuver his way through the press conference the best way he can, but I saw right through that. After the last game of the season, he called Lovey and his staff together, and he asked them, "Are you going to make changes?" Lovey said, "No, I'm staying the course." Because Lovey is a great character. But Lovey wasn't going to make no changes because he saw it was improving. Now, to me, the telltale sign that made this decision happen, when we were 6-6.
Mm-hmm.
When we were 6-6, everybody talking about playoffs, and we folded. The defense regressed. That was Lovey's baby. Regressed. The last 4 games, we letting quarterbacks destroy us. Case Keenum, let that ring in your head for a second. Case Keenum, garbage as fuck. Quarterback rating over 100, career day. The Rams, one of the worst offenses in the NFL. See, shit like that was adding up in Jason Licht's notepad. He was evaluating Lovey the last 4 games. He evaluated the last 4 games, folks. I'm telling you. So when you look at the press conference from an overall aspect, he didn't want Lovey there. He wanted control. He wanted the day-to-day operations control over the roster. He felt like what he saw at the last 4 games was not going to cut it next season. Now, me, as a Bucs fan, I said he going to get till the bye week for this year. This happened earlier than I suspected. So they got rid of him anyway. It was going to happen, folks. I'm optimistic. I was trying to root for him, but when you look at that defense, and I'll talk more about this later on the next topic, but as far as the press conference, he ran circles around that and did not tell the truth. And y'all give me y'all thoughts on that.
Well, you made some good points, bro. But if there was one thing that stood out to me, and the reason why I said the key word was, what did you notice? Who wasn't there?
The owners.
None of the Blazers were even in the room. They left Jason high and dry to speak for them and say the right things. He was like their puppet. He's like Obama, just puppet, just say the right things. And that's what stuck out to me. And Jason saying what he has to say to cover his ass and the Glazers' ass. Now, I'm a business major. I got a bachelor in project management, which is a business administration. Now, when you fire somebody, the proper way, they come into work, you speak with them, let them know what's going on and why they're being terminated. So apparently, Lovey was on the phone with Jason Licht, and Lovey said he felt uneasy about it, so he didn't want to come in. So he got fired over the phone. I don't believe that for nothing.
I don't either.
Because it's like, you had a feeling. If you're confident in your craft and what you do, you shouldn't have had that feeling of doubt. Plain and simple. If you felt as though I'm going to stick to what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the right players in the draft, so why are you talking about, I feel like I'm going to get fired if this is what's going on, so I'm not going to come into work. That's some bullshit, man. And
It was.
some valid points. I was accepting that he was going to get a 3rd year possibly, but if defense continued to progress, then that was a wrap before the season was over, like Isaiah said. And I said this back at the Rams game, and this is one of the games that when I did a review, I got damn near crucified on because of what I was saying. I will admit I was a little intoxicated because I was pissed off at the performance because you had a backup quarterback throwing over 200 yards, and every week I've said they need to do something about these DBs who are playing 10 yards off the receiver. You're getting killed on slant routes all week. You mean to tell me you got Marcus Mariota, Blake Bortles, Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins, all these guys that aren't that good or rookie getting career numbers on our defense passing? We could stop the run. We shut down Gurley to 44 yards, but then, okay, we'll just throw because we can get them on the slant or they're going to bite on some play action. It's like there was not enough awareness. And I'm not even going to mention Quan being gone because when he was gone, it showed, man. Those last weeks showed. But I told the fans that I know we wanted a playoff team. We got excited when we were 6-6, but you guys aren't looking at what's being displayed. You can't win the playoffs with no defense, man. You can't rely on the offense every week. And we should know the statement because this is what got us the Super Bowl. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships.
It's proven simple.
Plain and simple. And people want to say, oh, well, we got a 1,000-yard receiver. We got a 3,000-yard quarterback that's a rookie. We got a 1,000-yard running back. That doesn't mean shit if we're losing. We got people celebrating small achievements, but we're not winning. What's to celebrate? This ain't Madden. This is real life. This is what we cheer for. This is what we get season tickets for. This is what we sit down on Sundays to get excited for. And y'all want to get mad at me because I'm calling out what's not happening? It's crazy, man. So,
what do you think, Travis? What you think about the press conference, Travis? I mean, Rodriguez, what you think about the press conference, man? I mean, it's a shock.
For the press conference, it's clear he's a liar. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that to whoever the coach may be next year, if he doesn't have a good year, that GM is gone. It's plain and simple. In terms of the defense wasn't where it was supposed to be. And, there's a number of reasons for that. But I think that just overall, when I look at it, you give this dude another year. When are one of our coaches going to finish out their damn contract? And the examples I like to look at are, look at Cincinnati. Cincinnati was horrible for years, and they gave Marvin Lewis chance after chance after chance until they are now a relevant team. We are possibly talking about a Cincinnati team with fucking A.J. McCarron at starting quarterback.
That sounds personal to you, man.
yeah, it is very personal, man. Alabama's tough. But I just look at that. Then I look at, Pete Carroll didn't win straight out of coming straight into Seattle. And, they got multiple years to build their team. The offense was where it was. And my thing is, Dirk Cutter was an important part of that. But, man, coordinators switching to head coaches, right? Especially when it's internal, and now you see the players' reaction the way it is. I don't think next season will be where we needed to be. I'm afraid, and I know Dirk Cutter did a good job, but man, he groomed Matt Ryan. But the other person that groomed Matt Ryan was Mike Mularkey, who's in Tennessee now. And that tells me if you're so worried about him doing that, offer him more money. Offer him a head coach's type money if you think that he is the sole reason for the team's success or the little success that we had. Offer him more money. If he leaves, fuck it. But now you got let me take that back. Now you got the star players that are pissed off because Love is a player's coach. And now next season, if we're talking about another losing season next year, it's only a matter of time until the key guys start saying, well, listen, I want to trade.
Or released.
Or released. And you can see it when Gerald McCoy and Levante David, they were all saying, Gerald McCoy said, I've been here 7 seasons, and I'm already working on my 4th head coach.
They fed up, man. They're fed up.
I would be too. And, I know the defense wasn't playing where it was supposed to be, man, but we showed flashes. If we could have just molded just a few more players, give us a season 3. Who's going to finally finish season 3? I know Raheem Morris lost it, but damn.
They gave him 3rd season just because he went 10-6.
Right. Right, and so my thing is, man, we need to call it the Glazers. They need to sell the team. They need to sell the team. As bad as Jacksonville has been, Jacksonville is sticking with their coach yet again.
Yep.
Why? Because they saw some improvement.
With Gus Bradley. 4 seasons with Gus Bradley. We can go down the list. Gus Bradley, below average. Jeff Fisher.
That's the one right there.
Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
He got a job quick when he got fired, too.
Right, exactly.
Mediocre coaches keeping their job. Jason Garrett.
Oh, my God. If he ain't fired after this year, dude, that just says a lot about ownership, man.
No, it really does. It really does, man. And somebody tweeted today, man, I thought this was interesting. We talk about how great a coach Jeff Fisher is, and it said 6 postseason trips in 20 years of coaching.
The numbers don't add up to me.
All right. And we cut the guy. Make no mistake about it, the defense was horrible at the end of the season. But he took Rex fucking Grossman to the Super Bowl.
That's my point. That's my point, man.
Yeah. That's the shit right there. That's the shit right there. Rex Grossman, Kyle Norton, Jay fucking Cutler.
Jay Cutler, dude.
Dog. And of course our defense wasn't going to be as good. They were undisciplined, but man, we didn't have a damn Brian Urlacher on our team. We didn't have a Julius Peppers on the team. We didn't have a Charles Tillman or whatever. Man, Sterling Moore showed flashes, but you saw when Quan Alexander and Levante David were in there what the defense had potential to do.
We had a good 7.
Huh?
We had a pretty good. I think we had a pretty good.
I thought the front 7 played great. It was just the back end. It was the back end that got us torched. But then when you add
no depth.
Yeah, none at all. And when you added Sterling Moore, he brought some hope. I'm not gonna say he's our lockdown, but he brought some hope. And if you add somebody else that's decent, to the other side of that, man, where would we be next year? Now we're starting over square one with an offensive coordinator.
Shoot, probably a new staff, man.
What I also picked up in this press conference with Jason Licht, he said another thing that stood out too. Going back to Travis' point, what stood out, another thing. He said the fans was patient enough.
I caught that.
I said, 2 years, 2-14, 6-10. Is that progress to me?
That sounds like progress to me.
Something. We ain't the first pick again.
You're right.
So for him to say the fans were patient enough and we got tired of losing, well, we was already there.
Exactly.
We've been losing.
Man, we've been there.
Yes. 4.
Man, we've been there.
Yeah, man.
He acted like he said something extravagant. Motherfucker, we've been losing. We trying to be a winner.
We've been fucking losing. Don't get me wrong. I like John Gruden, but every goddamn year, man, we were flipping quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
Every year. Huh?
He was trying to find a veteran guy to lead the offense.
Exactly, man. We just got older and bro, we let Warwick Dunn go and sign fucking Charlie Gardner.
I just remember who that was.
No, right. No, we signed.
He like a Brian.
What's that now?
He's like a Charlie Gardner was like a Brian Westbrook, like a versatile back.
Yeah, yeah.
Third down.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we hired him when he was in his 30s.
Yep.
We had one of the
thing about it back then.
One of the oldest teams.
See, back then, Gruden. But see though, See, during that time frame, Gruden was only fucking with veteran players. He wasn't fucking with the
Bro,
young guys.
that's all he wanted.
He
He
was
wanted
That's all he
experience.
wanted.
He wanted
He was,
experience, not youth.
huh?
He wanted experience, not too much youth.
Yeah, and you know what? That's that fine balance that these coaches we keep hiring can't find. You had Raheem Morris, who did a complete overhaul. That failed.
Clean
You had
shot.
Greg Schiano create the fucking Rucker Buccaneers. Then we had
Now we had the Tampa Bay Bears.
right, and damn it, I just don't know. And man, Brandon Myers' tweet pissed me off, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just felt some type of way, man. You're supposed to be upset with the rest of us. Yo, Dirk's been the man since day one. Bitch, you're not even fucking Benjamin Watson. What the fuck you mean?
He sounded like a fanboy when he said that shit, man.
Bro, yeah, man. Like, bro, you worst tight end in our division.
Man, he got started over by a rookie, as a matter of fact.
Hell yes.
When Ange Jay's tissue box ass was out, Brake was making them catches, man.
Exactly.
But but I must also say this, and we're gonna cut over from the press conference on this topic right here. Now, if you look at Jason Light, well respected throughout the circle of GMs and player personnel departments, been a part of 3 winning organizations. I did my research on him. See, I don't just look at motherfuckers that's making these damn calls with the players. Now, I will give Jason Light some credit. He drafted James Winston, Donovan Smith, Ali Marpet, Quan Alexander, and keep gonna sleep on this guy, Kenny Bell. I think he's gonna be all right.
He just got hurt.
Whenever he get healthy.
That's what I wanted to see.
So
Him and Jameis had chemistry before he got hurt.
exactly. So we all kind of looking at Jason Light right now like with mixed emotions. But how mad can you really get at him? Because he struck gold. Remember, last year's draft produced 4 starters, rookie.
Mm-hmm.
We had the number 1 draft class in the NFL last year. Rookie starts, yards. I mean, we had it.
Yeah.
Plays.
We did this.
Jameis Winston, he took every snap rookie. That is rare.
Yes.
So, do I trust Jason Light? Kind of, because he's came from the Crick way. He came from the Arizona. He hired Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
He was a part of the Lord's coach in Arizona with Bruce Arians. So, do I trust his judgment? His track record says yeah. So him firing Lovey, something about Lovey triggered him to make this move.
Mm-hmm.
And from what the news report saying, that after the season, he asked Lovey, "Hey, will you make some staff changes, some philosophy changes?" You know what Lovey said? No.
He sticks to it.
They asked him. Exactly. They asked him. Fired Mikael Smith, the safeties coach. Fired the slot cornerback coach. Fired the goddamn cornerback coach. They're gonna keep Hardy Nickerson. Joe Cullen. I don't know about him. He's the D-line coach, by the way, Joe Cullen. You need to fire everybody on that defensive staff. Levy said no.
Frazier should have been gone when
I was gonna say it was the Leslie Frazier thing is probably what.
When he should have caught a separate bus back home when they lost to Carolina, because I'd be like, dude, you ain't coming back with us. You might as well find a new team from it.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of Leslie Frazier, he been let go already. He's done. He's gone. He's been gone.
Oh no, without a shadow of a doubt, he's gone.
It wasn't no question. When Lovie Smith got fired, that whole staff was gone. So think about this for a second, folks. If it's Dirk Cutter, he's not hiring no Tampa 2 guy.
No.
Let's get that straight.
No. Man, I want a situation where
he's not playing that Tampa.
We need to go to man to man.
Thank you.
That big ass cushion, man, is killing us.
Hold on with that. So that's gonna lead to the next topic. Being that Lovie Smith is fired, with the players on the roster that we have right now, what kind of defense do we run?
Let me point this out. I just read Bleacher Report maybe like an hour ago, and So Jason Licht is now in charge of the 53-man roster.
Yes.
He knows what pieces we need. This track record, like we stated earlier, he knows who we need and who we need to let go. And definitely after we get a defensive coordinator and a new coach and he sees their philosophy, he knows what we're going to need to do what they need to do. Like I said, I like our front seven. We just need more depth, like definitely more of a pass rush. But
Right.
when it comes to this, the secondary, I'm sure he's going to get the right players in free agency and definitely the draft, man. And so I think he's going to go in the right direction with this roster. I'm really curious about the offseason when it comes to the whole roster since I read he has the control of it now.
I think we still run a 4-3 defense, but I hate, especially in our freaking division. It's a matter of picking your poison, because if you give the receivers too much cushion, they're gonna burn you. If you own them, they're gonna burn you. But the one thing I did notice that if you have somebody that gets in folks' head like Josh Norman did,
to Mike Evans,
it can disrupt sometime and give Gerald McCoy and all those guys time to get in. So I want to see us run more man to man, and I know this is off topic, but man, I would like to see Mike Smith hired as head coach. Mike Smith gave the NFC South trouble for years, man. I liked him as a head coach. His players respected him, and man, the most telling factor of what type of coach he was is that game where D'Angelo Hall had a messed up hit on the sideline or something, and Mike Smith tried to fight him. I said, God damn it, that need to be our coach right there.
You know what doomed Mike Smith? Do you know what doomed him?
What? Oh, shit. Say it again.
Do you know what doomed Mike Smith and got him fired?
What's that?
Game management. In-game management got him fired. You think we need that here? Oh, no.
And I'll take this man over Chip Kelly any day, though.
Bruh, Chip Kelly is a hell to the no.
Chip Kelly, I'm on faint. But here's what I want to
say. He turned us down.
Shit, he didn't have to turn us down. Shit, I turned him down.
Yeah. He wanted to coach Mariota. He wanted to coach Mariota a little bit before he took over.
Hey, let him go. I got a feeling he's going to San Francisco, though. Man, it's a perfect situation. He liked the West Coast. They're probably telling him, hey, can you come fix Kaepernick?
Yep.
It makes sense to me.
He wanted him in Philly.
Huh?
He wanted him in Philly for a second until he got drafted. And
Yeah, he did. He really did. And
See, but you know what though? To go back on Rod's point on the type of defense that we're gonna stick with, because this next little session that we're gonna be talking about, which is the direction that we're heading with the defense, because that was the major problem, the area of trouble. Of course, we're gonna stay with 4-3 because it'll be a idiotic ass move to hire a coach with 3-4 defense.
Oh man,
it don't fit none of our players. We cannot.
That would get
destroyed if we're gonna fucking 3-4.
Right.
So going back to what Travis.
Right. Matter of fact,
running 4.
It doesn't work in the NFC at all, man. The NFC is too physical.
Oh yeah.
I think the NFC is too.
I think that, and I agree. I agree with you, Rod. 4-3, aggressive, blitzing, man-to-man defense. Get that ball out the quarterback hands quick as possible. Arizona do it.
Yes.
St. Louis do it.
Yes.
Minnesota. Remember text. I'm gonna put this in a box so y'all can see how bad our defense really was behind the scenes. Leslie Frazier was at the Minnesota Vikings head coach with that roster, with Christian Ponder, with Adrian Peterson sitting out. They fired that dude and they hired Mike Zimmerman. 2 years later, them motherfuckers in the playoffs.
Won the division.
Yeah, they won it this year. Yep.
Yeah.
Look at Mike Zimmerman.
Zimmerman's a better defense.
Mike Zimmerman don't play that. Mike Zimmerman don't play that shit. He's a discipline. He gonna get in your hammer. All them penalties and all that shit that Minnesota was doing when Leslie Frazier was there, giving up all them yards. That shit don't happen. Minnesota is a top 15 defense in all the categories, all the major categories.
And that's something I pointed out with this team. Like, I was telling people that Lovey's not doing proper coaching because we're leading the league in penalties. That's bad coaching because
No,
you gotta admit, Shiano was on these players' asses when he fucked up.
yes, he was.
Shiano had those dudes so in line when they stretched their toes were on the yard line. He was like, I don't play that crap. Now the players didn't like that because of his strict coaching style, like college. Now we don't need all of that. I agree. We don't need all that Army style, but we do need good discipline. We need to teach these players. You can't be going out there fighting these people because you ain't getting in your way like Mike Evans and ASJ. We need guys to be like, we ain't gonna say, okay, it was on me.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. We're gonna talk about those two a little bit later.
But man, I do think we need more physical corners. So within the 5 yards, we can jam them up, get them mad, and give them enough time where our front seven, because we have a fast front seven, man. Levante,
they're fast as hell.
Quan is quick. Jeremy McCoy is quick. Jaquez Smith. We have enough people to get to the quarterback if we jam the receivers up, especially the ones on the side. You know, the 1 and 2. And we get enough physical players, we can disrupt quarterbacks because we got to play Drew Brees, we got to play Cam Newton and Matt Ryan twice a year.
Twice.
And these are pretty good quarterbacks. Let's be realistic. I mean, you know, one has a ring, one's been in the playoffs countless times, and one's in the playoffs now. 15-1 record. So we need to be that team to build a defense. We got to play against 3 good quarterbacks. We need a defense to stop them. We got a now, so we need to focus on the defense, man. We need a defensive-minded guy that will discipline these teams. I mean, not a coach, head coach, but a staff to be like, we're going to go after these guys. Not those bounty shit, but, you know, get after them.
Yeah. We need that, and let me go ahead and throw out a suggestion and that I think the Bucs need to take up on. Do not hire fucking Rob Ryan.
No.
I don't know how he keeps getting hired anywhere.
That's 3-4. No, hell no.
That's a 3-4. 3-4. We're not doing that.
All the Saints were after 1 year. They got dusted.
Yes. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, shit, we didn't stop them, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, we for a matter of fact, when we finally beat them this year, and they said first win since 2011, I was like, God damn, they beat us that many years in a row.
Yeah, man. You remember the Saints were the Aints, and now they're the shit, and now we're back to sucking, man. Damn, I remember the Saints were trash, man.
Bro, that shit hurts. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess my question to you all is, who would y'all like to see to be the head coach? Are y'all sold on Dirk Cutter or?
Me personally, I'm content with him because I see what he did with the offense, but I was also thought about this guy. I mean, this guy has a good track record. He's old as shit, but I wouldn't mind seeing Tom Coughlin because he had these guys disciplined.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I'm gonna check. There's one thing that scares me about Tom Coughlin. That ass will be 70 when the season starts next year. Man, it would be nice to see us with someone who knows how to get the job done, man. But that scares me, and I really do not want a coordinator, man. I really don't. Please go get us another head coach, man.
Okay.
So you
let me counter that argument right there. Think about this for a second, folks. We want a head coach. Though it ain't that many good ones sitting out there waiting.
There's not many.
But we got to remember the season's not over yet. They still got playoffs. And that's when coordinators will bounce around. I mean, Mike Zimmer left Cincinnati.
Yeah, but Rod just said, I don't want a coordinator. Like, the coordinator thing is...
I know what you're saying. But, you know, when all 32 teams are free, Cincinnati, Gruden went to Washington, playoffs. Zimmer, Minnesota, playoffs. 2 years later, both teams. You know, I understand you come with a coordinator, but when you're around players, you at least know how to coach NFL players, man. I don't know.
I agree with that, man.
So you think the Bucs should go after Hugh Jackson?
You know what? I actually liked him. He was the guy in Oakland, right?
He went 8-8, and they fired him for that.
Yeah, bruh. I like Hugh Jackson. I could do Hugh Jackson.
I can dig Hugh. I never thought I didn't think about that. You made a good point, Isaiah. That's a
I got to give you that one. I did like Hugh Jackson.
good idea because you know how coaches when they get hired they alternate defensive and offensive. He'd be a good offensive minded head coach, and I mean he gave Oakland a chance. The GM was just like, we don't like it.
No, not only did he give Oakland a chance, man. Jason Campbell was the quarterback. No. Had Jason Campbell collarbone not been broken, man,
they would have made the playoffs.
They might have made the play.
Yeah.
So,
one season, 8-8, and they got rid of him.
Yes.
What kind of shit is that?
But you know what's going to fix some players, man? The fact that we have an offense and we have players on defense that are big names, but you know they're not recognized because we're the Bucs. Hence, Levante.
Bruh.
You know, there's coaches that are like salivating over us right now. They're like, we got Jameis, we got Mike Evans.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because
we got the second leading rusher.
In the press conference, Jason Leitch said that we have gotten phone calls from people that is interested in coaching Jameis Winston and the talent that we have here. Because the talent, the bear is not bare covered. It's not. We have talent on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got pieces. Like we got young pieces. So to attract candidates, potential candidates, they looking at that roster like, I ain't got to do too much but fix the goddamn defense.
Pretty much.
They're looking at that, but at the same time, they're probably also looking and saying, yeah, I just got to fix the defense, but damn, if I don't get it right after year 2, they're going to get rid of my ass.
That's what Steve Mariucci said on NFL Talk last night. He was saying, like, Tampa has a reputation of having a revolving door for head coaches.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's like you got to be on eggshells. It's like you get one decent year, okay, I got a second chance. Let's say you have a miscue in the game. That can cost you your job at the end of the season.
Yes, it could.
You know? And especially how the Glazers are looking at it because they're looking at it at a win-now attitude.
Somebody on the Bucs Nation page said something that, man, after he said it, it made a lot of sense to me. He said he thinks that the Glazers are purposely trying to tank this team because the NFL wants a team in London so that it can be. And you know, it sounds far-fetched.
I've heard that,
but it sounds far-fetched. But when I think about it, I'm like, well, damn, they got a lot invested in that soccer team, and
that's true.
And for a while, they remember when we just so happened to keep being the team to get sent over there. I mean, we were going over there getting our ass smoked every time we played.
They don't need that.
No, not at all. So you mean to tell me we got to adjust to London's time zone and, you know, try and play a Super Bowl back over here in ours?
Wake up Sunday morning and watch a football game.
Leading into the next topic from the defensive topic, which ties in together with the head coach. My question is, and I read these posts on all these groups, on all the Facebook groups. I read it on the NFC South group, ESPN, all that. Why nobody digging into the Glazers? Now they say we want winners, like we want to hire winners. So they use Jason Leitch to broadcast it out, but you ain't been hiring winners. So that begs the question to me: what is your vision?
There is no mission, man. They, to me, as long as they are the owners, we're always going to be a subpar team. Because
what I don't want to see is I don't want to be the Cleveland Browns of the NFC.
That's what Rod said.
Bro, I already think we are. I think we are, man. And the reason I say that, man, because see, it's amazing how much money we have saved up, and we don't spend it. We don't spend it worth a damn. You know, we're gonna build through the draft, but you know, we had potential to go after AP this offseason. And you know, Doug Martin had a great season. Don't make no mistake about it. But man, if we had the opportunity to rotate those two, why not? Why not go after it? You know, and then who else? I know he's got behavioral issues. Man, you got Sue was on the free agent list this offseason. You know, now if you put him and Jared McCoy and you can somehow say, Jared, listen, hey, can we please get you to restructure your contract? We will give you a lot of money, but can you please, so that way we can fit this roster just right? Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but you see how Sue playing now with all that money, right?
He's sloppy playing, but man, my thing is with players like Sue and what was it, Albert Haynesworth.
Oh my God,
bruh, they always, when they had their best season, they always had that one stud on the side of them.
But and you got to understand something. When it comes to these players, man, when it's their first few years, they want to earn their money. But when they get that big old check, they get lazy. And we got all this money, like you said, and we're going to sign somebody big. I understand they want big money now. I would get a small player or somebody mediocre that makes them earn their money because they're going to play hard to get that check, man.
This is true.
What you got?
I'm going to stop you right there. Back to the press conference. I pay attention to shit like this. I'll be following these motherfuckers, man. They ain't going to fool me. Jason Life, and I quote, said, and a reporter asked him about free agency. Are you going to go after big name free agents? Jason Life said, from his mistakes 2 years ago with the Michael Johnson and the Anthony Collins, that bullshit class right there, he ain't doing that shit again. You know what they're going to do? They're going to play the waiting game and get some bargain free agents that teams are not trying to give a lot of money to. That's the direction that we're going in. We got the third amount salary cap. Third, we rank number 3 with the money that we can spend this year on free agents, and we're not going to spend all that.
And we're going to still cut people.
We're not spending that money. I'm telling you. Big name, we're not touching no big names. We're not touching no big name because Jason Life has an eye for talent. He can draft. I give him that. He can draft his ass off. He has an eye for talent. He is not going after a big free agent. He's going to go through the draft and get some bargain, decent veterans that can fill some holes and play pretty good. Because if we go after a big name free agent, which is some good ones out there, by the way, if you look at the list, Jason Pierre-Paul,
Muhammad Wilkerson.
That's another one we can go after. I mean, there's some guys on defense that we can go get, but we ain't spending that money. So getting that big name free agent, nah, I don't see it. Because think of this. Defensively, look what we need defensively. Matter of fact, that's a transition topic right there. Look what we need defensively. Pass rushers, corner, a nickel, and some fucking safeties. That's a lot of players.
That's a lot.
5. We need 5 fucking starters on defense that's going to be impactful, along with Levante and Quan. That'll make 7. We need 7 impactful motherfuckers at all levels. 2 defensive ends. We got 2 linebackers, and we need 3 motherfuckers back in the secondary. Do the math.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I trust Jason, but man, it's the way.
Like you know it's not coming.
Huh?
You don't like what you know it's not coming.
Yes. It's the whole press conference. It was the way things went down. I had to call Lovey and just tell him I didn't think it was going to be good. And you know, first off, that bothers me. But then I read another report that said that the Dolphins scared the Bucs into firing Lovie Smith to keep it. Make no mistake about it. He is important. He was important for Jameis' development. But let's be real here. Jameis was no scrub coming into into this. All he had to do was learn the offense. That's all he had to do.
It was a run-first offense.
Yes.
But we slung the ball so many times because we fell behind so fast.
Yes. Yeah, so my thing is that I don't know what Tennessee's going to do, but if you really wanted to keep the consistency there, Mike Mularkey and Dirk Cutter are running similar offenses. And so if I'm Tampa, if I think Dirk Cutter's going to go to Miami or wherever he was going to go, then why don't I go and find a coach who has a similar style to him? I like the direction of the team in terms of the players, but man, our management just based off this one issue, because man, when I'm looking at Panthers fans defending Lovey, when I'm looking at teams that has nothing to do with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just saying wow, man, our management looks like a joke right now. And man, that shit hurts because I'm tired of spending my goddamn money on this Bucs gear and going to these games just to watch us say, well, we might make the playoffs. You know, I'm sick of it as a fan, man. That shit hurt. And if we hire Chip Kelly, man, I might have to retire from being a fan for a season. I'm gonna just focus on basketball.
Reading on the diehards Facebook page and the 1 million Tampa Bay Bucs fan page, and Travis brought this up early in the season about the top 10 defense, and I remember that video. Top 10 defense. We're not fucking top. You know, I remember that video, and I'm gonna bang on that door right there. I did some research on that, Travis. Look at this. Top 5 offense, total yards per game. Top number 5, by the way. Ranked number 10 yards per game. That spells playoffs. If you look at it from that point of view, from an outside looking in, like, damn, we top 10 in offense and defense, that's playoffs. But we 6 and 10. So now you got to dig deeper. Let me dig deeper into the defense where we had problems at. We ranked number 1 or number 2 in opponent's first down percentage. On third down. We couldn't stop these motherfuckers on third down. We couldn't stop them at all. We ranked number 2 behind the Saints, who had a worse defense than us. We ranked number 2 in quarterback QBR, 102.5. God damn. Penalties. We ranked number 2 in penalties. Time of possession. We couldn't get off the fucking field to give our offense the fucking ball. So when you look at that context, completion percentage. This is going to blow your mind. 70% completion percentage. Number 1 in the fucking league. Do that spell playoffs? With a top 10 defense?
That's what I pointed out to these people. Like, all these people were sitting there on the page saying, we have this ranked defense. We have this ranked offense. Now, the offense showed, but the game that stood out to me that said this defense is not there yet was that Washington game. Now, I don't have to remind you of that damn game.
Man, they fell flat there.
That's it. And the first thing that pissed me off was that play on 3rd and goal. And I said this in my video when I went off. Your quarterback is 6'4", 240 pounds. They had the gaps open. I said, Cut, I know you're trying to protect your rookie quarterback, but you mean to tell me you can't have him just dive in it, run up the gut? That's 7 points. And that comeback would have never happened. But you let Kirk Cousins kill us on the slant. And I told the people after the game, y'all going crazy over this defense and this where it's at in the rankings. Is y'all looking at the numbers, and granted, the numbers don't lie, but y'all are looking at the performance. It's about the execution.
But see, the problem is, Travis, they was looking at the main numbers. They weren't looking deeper into the numbers.
Exactly. They going off what they see first thing when you open the page. Oh, we're right there. They're not digging in.
That's why I did not take this defense at face value. I looked deeper in why are the fucking 6 and 10? Why were we struggling? We were struggling and I forgot one. Opponents. We allowed 26 points a game with a top 10 defense.
Yeah. We lost Rod.
allow 26 points a game and give up 70% completion percentage. And lead the league in penalties.
Yeah. Yep.
That falls. See, the problem was all his scheme, his hirings. He hired all these ex-Bears, Bradley McDougal, Chris Conte, old soft, weak ass. Tim Jennings. Remember that motherfucker, right? Mike Jenkins.
Yeah.
Ultron Burner.
That was a mistake, Mike Jenkins.
Henry Milton, Clint McDonald, all these ex-Bears he kept hiring. He can't blame nobody, but see, Levy can't blame nobody but himself. And I'm gonna stop right there because I think it looked like Rod fell off.
Yeah, he just said that he was removed from the call, and I saw him drop off. I said where Rod disappeared.
Let's see. Man, what happened? Sorry about that, folks. We having technical difficulties. It's our first show, so we'll get it.
We're gonna get this figured out, people.
Had a drop call on one of the guys. Trying to add it back in, Rodriguez Smith. I sent him another invite. See if he joins. And another guy just hit me up from the Die Hard page. His name is, he said he was supposed to get up with you.
Oh, yeah, Wayne.
Wayne.
Okay, Rod's back.
Yeah.
We chatted a bit last night on the Google Messenger, and I guess he wanted to talk on here with us all together.
So what we'll do is, because how we gonna do this, and we're gonna go a little off subject now. We're gonna talk about the logistics and everything like that, and the setup.
Yeah.
Being that this is our first one, I think we should do one like once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, once a week we should like get together on Google Hangouts and discuss. And as we discuss more things, we'll add more people, and more people will start following the channel. They'll start viewing. So with Wayne. So you could tell Wayne, Travis, that we're going to do this every week. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be able to join the future sessions, because being that we on this session, we kind of already deep into it. And by the time, we don't want to carry this thing out for 2 hours. Because the one thing I did notice, that you don't want these type of things to go over an hour or 2 hours. You don't want that to go too long. And we'll chop it up. We'll get it right.
Yeah.
But so tell
Wayne amongst each other, so a lot came off. Right.
Over the season. Frustrated.
So now that this is off, much smoother transition from here on out.
Right.
Right. And I want you guys to take some things that you learned, lessons learned from this, so that way we can, get it, like you said, tighten it up, tighten the screws up, be already set up, a backdrop, things like this down the road. So, because when people start following us, it's gonna be some good conversation going on. It's gonna be some live, live viewers, some question and answer popping up with questions, and we got to be ready to answer them. So this page is just the beginning, and we got that YouTube page that's gonna get live. And you know what, Rod? I meant to tell you this, Rod. This is directed at you. You got to do one more coach video. The fire.
Yeah. I was waiting on that one. I was waiting for the extra video. I was waiting for the extra.
You got to do that. Exit interview. Got to do that. And this how you should do it. You should do it on the YouTube page and link it to the Facebook page.
Okay.
So they can see it. Like, you can share it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
So you got the YouTube information. You got the YouTube channel information, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You sent it in the message, right?
Yeah, I gave you the email and the password, so you can log in to the channel and make a video and share it to the Facebook page. So that way, that'll draw people to the YouTube channel that we got going.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can still post individual videos, like me, by myself, you, Travis. We can post individual videos on our own terms. Like, if we hear something or a tweet video or whatever the case may be, we can throw it up there real quick and keep it moving.
Right.
And then when we do our group session at the end of the week or on Sundays or whatever, we can talk about everything.
That'll work.
And Isaiah and I discussed that we're gonna have Q&A, so you know it's gonna get interesting with that.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be great.
I said, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's tight, man.
No, Q&A is gonna be crazy.
We're gonna see what
it is,
man. We're gonna see what we can do. Maybe definitely have our voices heard, man, because it's just you don't see too much of it outside of the Tampa area, and I mean, we need more support. We need our voices heard.
That we really do. That to me, and that's why I was trying to call out the people when I was saying, man, I went to the Carolina and Tampa game that was down in Tampa or whatever. And I was like, damn, there's a lot of blue up in the stadium. And so, I tried to call people out for that, and, they were, apparently you weren't sitting in the right section. And I was like, I know what the fuck I saw. You don't see that. You will never see that shit in Dallas Stadium.
Hell no.
You will never see that in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
man, you won't even see that. You won't even see that shit in Atlanta.
No.
No, it doesn't. It only happens to. I know that Tampa. Tampa's a beautiful area, so I know it's going to attract a lot of tourists. But if I'm living in Tampa, ain't no way in the hell I'm letting somebody come up in my house. And I'm
gonna point this out. I went to 2 games this year. I went to the Tennessee game and the Saints game, and I will say I was shocked at all the surprise Tennessee fans that were there that came from all over the state of Florida.
Yes.
The one that stood out to me the most was the New Orleans game, and granted, it was a sold out game, and there were a lot of Bucs fans, but a lot of Bucs fans don't sit down; they just stand up out by the ship or out by the other end.
Yes, that's exactly.
But what got me so irritated was just the big chunks of Saints fans, and when they won, all I heard was that "who that shit." Man, I wanted to give them a people's elbow so fast. It's like it's crazy, man. It's just I understand people have lives and some people can't afford it, and some people have to take care of children. Some people can't make it because granted we got somebody else to get there. So it's but it's just we need more than support. We need our voices heard. And the thing is that we fight so much as a fan base because everybody has different opinions. When we don't unite and we don't stand together. And instead of seeing where the other person's coming from, they want to say, "You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football."
Exactly.
It's like
the wannabe coaches.
The problem with the fan base. And the famous word, fair weather fan.
Yes.
Yeah. The guys that be saying shit like, all these motherfuckers want to be coaches. No, it's the passionate. We're passionate about this shit, man. I want to fucking win. I want to walk around with this bitch like, yeah, I'm in New Orleans, motherfucker. I want to walk around with this bitch like, you see it, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Now think about this. Green Bay fans, the Cheeseheads, the Eagles, the motherfucking Jets fans, the Steelers fans,
the New York Giants
Cowboys fans,
stadium, dude. It's just
I want this page to get us to a ravage ass fan base that don't play that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I want to get this channel to. I want to be one of them. You go to Tampa, fuck, them motherfuckers is crazy.
A telling factor, man. As terrible as Oakland and the Browns always are, man, them fans dedicated.
Oh, they fans crazy.
Oakland rolls deep, man. Oakland rolls deep.
Yeah, man. I watched the Raiders game on TV, man. Dog,
Oakland fans will shoot you and beat you.
Remember when they beat the 49ers fan ass and killed it?
Yes, stomped them out.
Yeah. Yo, man, dog. Why can't we get that?
You know what? Look, let's just get to the
Fair
top,
weather
back,
fans,
back to the
man.
subject. Back to the subject, man. It's just as a fan base, we need to unite and we need to stand together. Like everybody has an opinion, just as everybody has an asshole. Plain and simple.
Mhm.
And instead of just trying to swing the biggest dick in the crowd, we all just need to see everybody's perspectives and roll
Exactly.
with it. Now, when a person's saying, "Oh, the Bucs suck," or "The Bucs are terrible," then you need to call the motherfucker out because that's being a punk ass fan.
It is.
But when you're a fan and you're pissed off and you're calling out the flaws, but also the positives, because I make videos whether they win or lose, and
Oh, yeah.
put out negatives and positives whether we win or lose. And some people, as I said earlier, we got too many non-realists in the group. A lot of
Mhm.
these people have this fantasy, and oh, we should do this, or hey, we'll do this next time, and then next time is this year, and when the season's over, then you say next year. People are looking too
Mhm.
far in the future. It's like, what about now, man? So it's just, it's just a lot of people don't see it from everyone's perspective. There's people that do see where we come from, and there's people that do agree. But if we can't unite as fans, this is what we're gonna get.
I agree.
Well, yeah, I
I
definitely
agree.
agree. It's one of those things that you know we as a Buck Nation, we got to take this shit serious. Like, I know we're not getting paid,
Nope.
but the fans represent the team. We
No.
are an offspring of the team.
We-
So when we walk around this bitch with our heads down and not fighting back, come
The
on, man.
the
Like,
I
I ain't wearing this shit for nothing.
Mm-mm.
I'm not wearing this shit
We
for
got
nothing.
32 teams in the league, and I chose to wear this red and pewter. And I do not regret it.
Exactly.
I don't take it back. When this guy
I
was
come.
cheering for a winning team the other day, I was like, why would I cheer for a winning team? Then I'd be a fake fan, you idiot. I'm cheering for the
Exactly.
team that I've been cheering for growing up. Dude,
Exactly.
like, these people put
Mhm.
themselves on blast. Like, you don't think straight. You're just trying to get a reaction. You're just embarrassing yourself. Stop it.
Man, I had my boss laughing today. He was like, "Man, what's wrong with you?" I said, "I fucking hate that I love this damn team, man. Shit, I be wanting to jump ship so bad, then I'd be like, well, they gonna get it together next week. They didn't mean it this week. It was just a mishap.
That's the beauty of being a fan. That's the
Right.
beauty of
It is, man, and
it. Being a fan, being a fanatic, it's almost like a goddamn achievement. Like, you gotta be on that level because you can't walk around this bitch saying I rep Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but you got your head down.
right. And I'm impressed by the little shit that I see from Tampa. Man, I kept having this neighbor, man. I know this is way out there. Had this neighbor, I was like, damn, man, this dude must be like a drug lord. I don't never see him go to work. He got big ass Yukon Denali and this Jaguar. I said, who the fuck is this dude? Man, turns out, I don't know if y'all remember him, man. I was living 2 doors down from fucking Kevin Darby.
No way.
Right, yes.
Kevin Darby.
Huh?
I remember Kevin Darby.
Yeah, man. I said, oh shit, hold up. And so, I got a picture with him or whatever because I saw him at the movies one night, man. It's just little stuff like that, because when I see some people post on Facebook or whatever during the game, oh my gosh, number 24 is killing us. Well, damn, who does number 24 have a name? I wish the team or the people. I wish they would actually pay attention because this whole notion of, man, there was no improvement from this year or from last year to this year, man. That's false, man. Bro, that 4 games is
And see, and
that's good.
that's a good key point too because what we gonna do us three as we build this fucking empire from the ground the fuck up.
But we're going to try to.
We're gonna try to.
Hey,
We're gonna
it'll
go
happen.
back on that dialogue page. We're gonna push this out. We're gonna push this energy out to that page because when you look at the game day, the official game day post, when you got like 700 likes and 600 comments, y'all ain't talking about shit.
Right, yeah.
All y'all do is complain and whoosh. Stop. Be a fucking realist. If you want to talk football, let's talk about it. Stop with this fantasy shit. Going back to what Travis was saying. I be reading that shit like, look at these
Bro.
motherfuckers. You know what? We gotta kill all that.
Because I'm like, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. But when you
Dog.
for what I think and believe, it's like, okay, hold on now. You need to think before you talk, please, because
Bro.
I don't play that ignorant shit, dude.
Stuff that kills me. I'm so fucking tired of seeing John Gruden posts, man. Dog, he's not fucking coming back.
He likes getting his
To be
game
honest with
on Monday night. He don't want to lose that spot.
bro, who the hell would? If I'm getting paid $6 million to sit here and talk about a game that people can clearly see on the fucking TV, why the hell would I give that up?
Exactly.
Dog, and it's just.
He still got to be chilling.
And my thing is, man, I'll be honest with you, I don't want John Gruden back. I don't want to see the West Coast offense anymore.
No.
Winston. No, wait a minute.
We have an all
Winston.
I just don't want to run a spread.
This is why John Gruden would be a good fit right now, because Winston's skill set don't fit the West Coast. He got a big ass arm. He got a big arm. You got to use that shit. You can't do the little dinking and dunking and little quick hitches and shit.
Right.
No.
Like,
get that down the field.
Exactly, man. I appreciated Brad Johnson for the Super Bowl win, but goddamn it.
No way.
I have never seen us throw to running backs and fullbacks so much in my life. I was like, shit, they already know what we're going to do. I called a play one day to my mom. I was like, I bet he rolls out to the right and he's going to dump it all to fucking Cadillac Williams. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
And damn it, if he didn't do that and Cadillac dropped the damn ball.
Yeah.
I don't.
And we're gonna end this on we're gonna end this great discussion about the Bucs, because we got a lot more to talk about. But we're gonna talk about the subjects that we're gonna talk about the next time. We're gonna bring up the offense. We're gonna break it down with individual play from players on the team. We didn't even touch that topic. We didn't even talk about the individual selfish motherfuckers. They ain't not motherfuckers, but the selfish individuals that I can point out. But we're gonna talk about that next discussion next week, because there's a lot of when we get breaking news. When we get breaking news on this new coach, we gonna be online ASAP.
Well, we have time to come together and discuss this again, boy. Because we're gonna do our research and we're gonna see what the track record is and see what is gonna be brought to the table.
Hell yes.
We got to be on it, folks. So, because remember now, pushing this page out, we got to produce information. Because motherfuckers don't get it. They look at everything at face value.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to push this information out. So the next hiring coach, because the next week that we're gonna talk about, if they have a hiring coach by next week, we got to talk about potential candidates. We're gonna have to go a little more in depth. We're gonna have to talk about players and scheme. We're gonna have to talk about salary cap issues. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to talk about, is they gonna keep Dirk Cutter? Now, if they do keep him and they announce it this weekend, which possibly can happen,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send y'all, hey, get your shit together. We going on live. We're going live.
I get updates from Future Reports, so I see what's going on, and I'm like, oh, and I put it on the page sometimes, or I'll sit there and mention to you guys if you heard, and it's like, this is what we're gonna talk about. We got this figured out. We got this figured out.
Also, we're gonna talk about the rift between McCoy and Winston too. We're gonna talk about that next week.
I don't believe there's a rift. I'll say that right now. Let me just give that little preview. I don't think there's a rift. I think it's just people from the outside looking in and going on our body language, and they're just like, I think there's something between them because look at Gerald McCoy's not involved. Yeah, we'll say that for next week. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that rift being made.
We'll touch on that, but I want to give a shout out to all the Bucs fans with the closing remarks from all three of us.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to all the Bucs fans that support the Bucs. Stay the course. Everything is going to clear itself out. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need people jumping off the bandwagon. When you jump off, you get the fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't come back.
Oh yeah. Stay the hell out of there.
I'm gonna be watching who the fuck. I'm gonna be watching these comments on that diehard page on Facebook and that 1 million Bucs fans on Facebook. I'm gonna be watching who be talking shit and jumping up the bandwagon.
1 million Bucs page because I'm not on that one, but I'll get on that one.
I'm gonna get on that one too. I'm not on the 1 million.
Yeah, I'm on the
I'm
down.
on both of them, and I'll be watching.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
imagine doing
yeah,
that one. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying this, man. Disclaimer for any of y'all who do not like what we got to say, do not like our language, or are sensitive in the butt, don't watch the video. Because we're going to do this every week, all season. Hate it or love it. And this is why we can't get along. Because y'all can't see eye to eye. We can't see eye to eye. All right? Because this is going to happen. And I'm going to shout out to Wayne and Jennifer Semino. He's trying to get involved in the chat right now. I'm trying to get him figured out. So he may not make this one, but I'm going to try to get him in for the next one. So I'm talking to you right now, man. I've been talking to you for the last like 5 minutes, all right?
All right. And for me, hey, I appreciate y'all for liking the videos or whatever. You know, I try to bring some light to, you know, dark situations that we have. And if we win, you know, that's a good thing too. You know, it's all in good fun. I love this team, love the fans. You know, I talk shit, but I was born to talk shit. I talk shit just because. You know, I mean, shit, I'd go to a funeral, I'd be like, look at this motherfucker in the casket trying to steal my thunder. You know, it's just because. I just like to talk shit. So, you know, I do enjoy, you know, the conversations because shit, I didn't even know that Lovey had got fired until my damn Facebook started blowing up with, you know, people from the group. So, you know, I appreciate just the updates that all the fans, you know, keep us on. And you know, I'm talking shit about Dirk Cutter, but if he's our head coach, I'm gonna get behind his ass just like I did Schiano and Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
And if it's Chip Kelly, you know, I mean,
And
we're gonna try to like him. We're gonna try to like him. Let's give him a chance. Let's let him bring his I can't relate to black people ass down to Tampa, and you know, we'll work with it.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our first inaugural Buck Nation Diehards live feed, chat, discussion, whatever you want to call it, powwow, venting. We're going to be posting individual videos on our Buck Nation YouTube page. So we will be posting individual videos. And
subscribe,
you know, so
please.
don't
Like,
think
share, subscribe, promote. Get the voice heard, people. This is what we're trying to do. Get the respect, get the recognition.
push it out.
How we build a franchise. You spread the word, whether it's hate or love, because if you're talking about us, they're gonna say who they talking about.
And keep an eye out for Coach Smith's being fired interview. He received a call earlier, so
break the pills out.
Oh yeah, it's breaking news. Breaking news. He about to be on the Blazers fan.
It was a successful chat. I appreciate you guys coming on board, man. This is the beginning. This is only the beginning. We got more chats to come, more topics to talk about. This is a long off season. We got the draft, East-West game. We got a lot of shit to talk about. The new coach, you know, creative signings. We got a lot of shit to talk about. So we will be back every week talking, folks. So stay tuned. This group will get big. Believe me on that.
All right.
Signing off, Travis, Rod, Buck Nation, salute.
Yes, sir.
Fire them cannons.
Go,
All right.
I'm out.
Yes, sir.